All right, y'all. Welcome, Black Adonis Games. It's Amp Capo here. I'm gonna be showing y'all my migration technique today. Simple way to migrate, but quite effective. More effective than the way I was taught. I was taught the standard way of where you go to your map and you just right-click on it, and you create a new project, and you go ahead and you migrate this over to it, and it leaves all the stuff behind, and that's all fine and dandy. But this way I find a little bit more better. So this is my way. This is the project here. This is actually one that I've already migrated from another project that I deleted now. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get out of this, and I'm gonna go ahead and go into my library here. And I was messing around with spawners. Alright, so let's see, the one that we want is right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to go ahead and clone it. We'll let it go ahead and call it number 2, and that's all fine for me. I put my projects on the same drive that I put my operating system on. To me, I found that it's way faster. I'm going to be putting out a video about my top tips for users. That's going to be coming up real soon. But anyway, so what we're going to do is clone that. It's going to take a little minute. While I'm waiting on that, I'll go ahead and pause, and I'll get back in a second. Alright, so we back, and this is what we got here. And as you can see here, if you read, it's because I installed disaster recovery, and these are the disaster recovery session files. I cloned it. They don't apply to this project anymore, so just fix it myself. And probably gonna take a second. Okay, so it looks like it went ahead and did that now. So now if we look in here, we should have the copy here, which is number 2. What we want to do is go here, we want to go to show in folder, and then this is it here, and these are all the files. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to delete these 3. These are the clone failed files that it was just talking about, and then these are just saved data from the project's original file. We don't need them, so go ahead and delete these. Then the reason why I'm going to show you, first of all, we don't want to delete this because this is where all your default engine INI and engine preferences are, and this is pretty much the meat and potatoes of your project. This is all the commands and everything for your project. So what we're going to do is go ahead and we are going to go back into that folder. My bad, I didn't mean to close it. And I did that for a reason. I was going in here for a reason. We have to go into the content folder. Now make sure you're inside. We don't want to delete the content folder itself, but we want to delete all of the contents that are inside, and it's probably going to take a small second to go ahead and delete that. Alright, so what we've done is we've gone ahead and deleted everything inside of the content folder. Still have our config files in here, and we have our execution file here. So now what we're going to do is we can go ahead and close this. Go to your original project, which mine is this one here. Go ahead and open it. And mine is going to probably open pretty fast because I don't have a default map set up. Oh, my streamer. Alright, and so what you do is go ahead and open up your original. And mine should open pretty fast because I don't have a default map set up. Oh yeah, shout out to OBS Streamlabs. All right, so now it's going to tell me the assets that I had open before and all that blah blah. That's what I was working on. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and we're going to go to that level, which is here. What we're going to do is we're just going to basically migrate this over as you would any other. And the reason being that it's so easy, and I'll explain that again while we're doing this, is that when we copied everything and we deleted the content but kept this folder, this is all the settings for everything. So once you put the map back in, all of your controller configurations, all your plugins you're using, everything is in this file. So it'll maintain that, as opposed to migrating it to a new file. Then you still lose all your controller settings, you lose all of your settings, you have to put them back in again. So this is just the way I prefer to do it. Works wonders for me, and I haven't had a problem out of it yet. I'm also very comfortable going into the folders and moving things around myself, or going into the INI files and messing with things myself, but that's not for everybody to do. Trust. It took some, I had to do some hard learned lessons messing with them INI files. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and pause this because it seemed like it's gonna take a minute, and then I'll be right back. All right, and so we are back now. What we're gonna do basically is we are going to migrate this over. So we're going to go ahead and migrate, and basically when you migrate, just the necessary files, basically what's on the map is migrated. So if you have any assets that you know you want to keep in, you need to either drag them onto the map, or you need to migrate those individually. Anyway, it's always going to ask you, do you want to put it back in its own folder? Of course not. So I'm going to go ahead and go to our empty folder here, and we'll select that. And it shouldn't ask you anything or give you any prompts because it's an empty folder. And this is going to take a little moment, so I will pause and I'll be right back. All right, so we're back. We went ahead and we migrated that over. So now if we were to go and look at the folder here, there should be content in it now, what we put into it. So now we migrated everything over there. Content is in the folder. I wanted to do one more thing. I wanted to actually do a side-by-side here and compare the sizes of the folders. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, Epic just decided to want to run right quick while I'm in the middle of doing this. Usually it closes, now it wants to open. Alright, so this is the original. Looks like it's 33.1, and then this would be the migrated copy. Wait, I think I just did the whole folder. My bad, y'all. Let's try that again. Alright, here we go. And this is the migrated copy. So literally just shaved off all of this, and this is the project now. But that's not completely true, because now I'm going to do the other part of the video. This is for if you have a tiled landscape, because I also do have that as well. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how to migrate a tiled landscape over. And there's two ways. I could literally do it from inside this folder right now, but I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to go ahead and just do it the safer way. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back into our library. I'm going to go back to our original, just here. We're going to open this. Oh, whoa, I'm sorry, my bad. That is not what I was trying to open. That's a whole different project. We want here, sorry. Alright, so what we're going to do is go ahead and we're going to open the original. Alright, and it's doing this thing here. Okay, and then now what we're going to do is we're going to go to where I have my world composition map at, which is going to be in here. It's a folder called New Zayden. Now in this case, we have all of my height maps are in their designated place for my map, which you see I have plenty of them here. And then we have the main world, which is out here. So what we're going to do is literally just go grab the whole folder, not just grab the map one by ones, but we're going to just grab this folder and we're going to say migrate. Say yes. It's already going to save the folder this time, so go ahead and say yes. Now the difference is here you want to say no to all, because if it already has things there and you've already copied them, why waste time with copying them again? This will definitely speed up the process instead of it overwriting things that you've already copied over. And so it might still take a little minute because it has to decipher between the files that it has to copy and the ones it doesn't, and then it does actually have to copy the files over. So there it goes. And so now we should be done with this. This is the original, and that's my working copy that I work in. And then we got our new copy, which we will have here now. So what I want to do is I'm going to send a shortcut of this to the desktop for my own purposes. So send to desktop, create shortcut. Alright, so now what we're going to do is open this map, and the first time you open the map, I'm going to be honest, you may or may not crash. Since I've done this with 4.26, it seems to do a lot more crashing, but the good thing is you know, there it went really quick. So there it is, it's opened. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is go to my level outside, and I'm going to go ahead and open that. And this is the first time we're opening it, so it's probably going to take a little second. Alright, and there it is. Map is loaded here. It looks good so far. Haven't run it yet, but looks pretty good. So that one came over just fine. This is the regular map. Have not tried to open the other one yet. I want to just open this one, and I wanted to see that this one works fine, and it does. This is everything the way it should be. I'm going to go ahead and check my other map real quick. So now if you had a tiled landscape, let's see here, mine should be here, and this would be it. I'm going to go ahead and try to load this one, and since it's using the same materials and things, I mean, it's probably going to take a little second for it to load, but it shouldn't take too long for it to load. It should still load relatively fast, being that it's using all the same, it's using all the same materials and everything. And so this is my other landscape. Go ahead and back up off of this a little bit here, and let me go ahead and load the levels here, rest of the levels for my map, which are my height maps, which are here. So I'll select actually all of them and just right click, press load, load these up right quick. There we go. So now you see the rest of my map there, and now when we come up off of this, it should be pretty large, pretty good size landscape here. Still have a lot of decor to put on this landscape, but it's running at a really pretty good rate here. I haven't tried this landscape. I did a whole lot of changes and did some things to increase my frames. I was literally, my my milliseconds were at about 40, and my frame rate was probably like 17, 18. So I've done a lot of work. I'll also be definitely posting how I improve my frame rate. I'm gonna play here real quick. And this because I have another project in here that I have not taken out yet, because I'm waiting to see if this guy updates and makes it worth my while to use any part of the project anymore. So anyway, that's pretty much the process. Like and subscribe. Until the next time, I'll see y'all later. Black Adonis Games.